Hey everyone, Kevin Lewis with Home Life Benchmark, and it's time for your October 2020 Fraser Valley Real Estate Update. As if 2020 hasn't been a strange enough year overall as it's already happened, September 2020 saw a record-breaking number of sales in the Fraser Valley, coming in 77% higher than the 10-year average for the month of September. This is so many sales that even throughout the last 10 years alone, there's only been 11 months that have had more sales than we had last month. And that's going through the 2015 right through 2017 when the market went absolutely nuts and houses were selling before they were even listed. Now, the big difference this time around is that houses are not selling quite as quickly as they were back in 2015 through 17, and that's really a good thing for everybody involved, as there's just more time to breathe, think, make sound decisions, and everybody feels more comfortable having that extra day or two and not having to rush, and always any offer going through doesn't have to be subject free or anything like that. Most deals are coming in with subjects on them nowadays. Single-family homes, which does include homes with a suite or two suites in them, have definitely been driving the market in the last several months, and they've seen an 8% year-to-year increase compared to last September. Now, that's not to say that townhouses and condos have not gone up and have not had interest as well. They've both gone up about 4.5% each compared to last September. But it's the single-family home that's truly driving the market right now, as it seems the super low interest rates are really driving buyers to take advantage, sell their current home, which is going to still sell for a great price if you're currently in an apartment or a townhouse, and you want to get into that house. Now's probably a really good time to do that. On that same note, if you do currently own a detached house and you're thinking of downsizing, probably a very good idea to take advantage of that right now, as it tends to be throughout history that the attached market, condos and townhouses, have usually followed suit to what the detached homes do by about a period of 4 to 6 months. So if that's correct, we're probably going to see the detached houses sort of cap out at where they are now and see some more stability in the coming months, while it's pretty likely that condos and townhouses will catch up in the total amount of appreciation that the single-family homes have seen. Now, of course, this could be wrong, and this could just be that the desire is to truly be in a single-family home and the overall market is balancing itself out compared to what's happened over the last 5 years, but I would suspect that we will likely see the attached market increase a little bit more in price before they flatline and stabilize for the foreseeable future. Now, all of that brings me to an important detail that I have noticed more recently, and in comparison to 2015-2017, despite the fact that we've had a record number of sales in September, the price increases have been going up much more gradually than they did in that last boom that we had a couple years ago. This is important because when prices go up too quickly, that's where the bubble term starts to come in. We haven't seen prices drastically increase. In fact, we're still not above on some home sectors in some areas above what the peak was in 2018. We are likely to pass that quite quickly, but we're getting there in a much more gradual pace than we did before. When prices dip and then they start to come back up to where they were at a gradual pace, that is likely indicative that the market is where it wants to be based on the buyers and the sellers and what they're willing to pay and let their homes go for. Now, if you read my newsletter or watch these videos often, I do have to admit, I did not expect this to happen this September. I thought we were going to see a much more normal September. Now, I do still think we are going to see the market begin to normalize again and see probably October, just because September was so active, we'll probably see slightly higher than above average for October. However, I do think that coming into the middle of the fall and right through the winter, we're going to see a good, healthy real estate market, but I don't think there's going to be record-setting numbers. Now, again, I didn't think that for September, so it is certainly possible. It just doesn't seem to be aligned for everything on the economic side of things to continue at this current pace. Of course, we have to look at all the factors involved, and the historically low interest rates combined with the fact that more people than ever are currently working from home, and it looks as if a lot of industries are shifting to that model for a long-term basis despite COVID-19, And a lot more people are going to be working from home into the indefinite future, which is allowing people to move further away. And we're starting to see this happen in prices where Vancouver is not going up nearly as much in price as the Fraser Valley is. And I do believe, and I've seen it in my own business, and I've talked to other agents, and it does seem like there is a shift of younger families moving from the Vancouver side of things, Burnaby, New Westminster, anything on the other side of the Fraser Valley, or sorry, the Fraser River, coming towards this side and buying the detached homes. And that's what's driving the market up. However, the market's not going up quite the same in Vancouver. This is likely to do with the fact that more and more people are able to work from home, and maybe they only have to go into the office once or twice a week, and that a little longer commute, that's not so bad when you're only doing it one time per week. Now, if you are thinking about getting into your first place or your first investment property, you're likely looking at condos, and now could be a great time to do that. Like I said earlier in the video, I do think that we are going to see a slight tick up in price for the attached market. Nothing that's going to be changing your entry level into the market, but every little bit of percent, especially in an investment property, makes a big difference on your overall returns come when the time comes for you to sell. So with the lower prices now and the likely uptick coming in the condos, now could be a terrific time to get yourself into an investment property. Overall, the market appears to be in a very healthy condition, and unless there's another set of lockdowns, which even if that does happen, the last set truly didn't affect the market in a drastic way other than put it on pause for a couple months. It depends how long any lockdowns would last and everything. But let's just assume and hope that there is no more lockdowns and everything picks up and everybody stays healthy. It looks as if there's going to be long-term stability in the marketplace. So that means if you're looking to buy or sell in the near future, there's not necessarily a big rush, unless, like I mentioned, I do think that the condos are going to take a bit of a jump in the near future, but not a massive difference that it's going to price you right out of what you could get today. It just might save you a few dollars today. If you are thinking about making a move in the near future, or even a couple years out, be sure to get in touch with me today. It's never too early to start making a plan, and that way we can get you on track to get the ball rolling so that when you are ready to make that move, all of the foundational groundwork is already done, and we'll be ready to just snap and sell your house, get it on the market, or if you're a first-time buyer, you've already got a great idea of how things work, and once you're ready to get into the market, everything's already laid out for you. It's not going to be as overwhelming as if you just jump in, I want to buy a place, and then tomorrow you end up writing an offer and there's 30,000 things going on in your head. Let's get those 30,000 things sorted out in the next year while you're still getting ready to purchase that home. I always look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments or your email replies or anything like that. So be sure to get in touch with any questions you do have. Leave a message or a comment below. Send me a message. Send me a text message or phone call 604-218-5635 or email me at kevin@kevinlewis.com. I look forward to hearing from you, and thanks for tuning in.